Hello guys, now this is part 2 on how to tape a hockey stick like Ovechkin. Now I know my last video I said alright maybe about 38 times, I think one of my friends said, but this is my second version, so I guarantee I'm going to get this one right. Today I'll be taping the Warrior with white tape. Now last time what I did was I was taping like this right before a game, so I just wanted to make a quick video. But this time I'm doing it right. I got lots of time. It's a Saturday night. I'm not feeling the greatest, so I decided to stay home. Now, if you ever watch Ovechkin, he does like to do it from the middle of the blade from here on. So what you want to do is you want to tape from heel to toe, which is like the best, which is really the best way to do it. But I guess you could do it any way you want. So first thing you want to do is grab white or black tape, doesn't really matter, and you want to cut maybe a piece about 10 centimeters. 10 centimeters sounds good. So grab your scissors, do a good cut. It doesn't have to be fancy because you're going to be cutting it anyways if you watch my last video. So you want to grab the blade and put it right on the middle of the blade. I mean, not middle of the blade, what the hell am I talking about? Now, I am using the fat tape because that's all I have right now. People say it's goalie stick tape. I don't really believe in that. And then the next thing you want to do is grab another piece of tape, about same length, cut it. Oh crap, drop the stick. Alright. Now then you want to put it on the other side. See how you can see the other piece of tape? Put it on, right, there you go. Then it's going to look like that. If you have the skinnier tape, you might be able to go to about here. Then you just want to press that down. Now usually when I do this tape job, what I like to do is how you can see how the blade goes straight. Once it starts doing the little dip right at the end, that's when I usually stop taping and then I start doing these little patches. I thought I'd be able to get away with using only 2. I guess I'm going to have to use more. So, if you have to, cut more tape as much as you need to do. This piece does not have to be as long. As you can tell, like there's only a little bit left of the stick to cover. So, maybe half of the other piece. Nope, sounds good. Then just pat it on. Nothing fancy. It's going to look like that. Now time for the other side. Grab the tape. Now some people like to use like color tape, like I've seen bright green, orange, red, and like, you know, some people don't like using that, but it's personal preference. Like, I've heard people say they've scored more goals with blue tape the first game they've done it. I tried using blue tape, and I got injured that game, so I kind of see blue tape as bad luck. Then put it on. Doesn't gotta be fancy, like I said. Now just pat it down. Now you want to just pat it down enough so that you can see the blade. Like, see the outline of the blade. Grab your scissors, and if you pat it down good enough, it should be able to just cut perfectly right around the blade. See that? And just cut smooth like butter. And then it's gonna look like this. And that's how Ovechkin does it. But then you're gonna have, like, if you can see these little pieces, just cut it off like that. And then once you're done, now this is a trick I like to use. I've heard people that use like stick wax or baby powder. Now this, in my mind, is the best way to do it. So grab another roll of tape that's almost done. Maybe I got like 1 roll left, and just press down and just roll down the whole blade just like that. And what this does is it pushes out any air bubbles that are in between the tape and the stick. And I found this to let my stick tape. Now, me, I like to tape my stick before every game, but I can't always get out to the store and buy more tape. So I found this way is like really good. Just to, like, your stick tape will last like a lot longer in your stick. Sorry, I just lost for words there. And then just press it down, push out all the air bubbles. You don't gotta do a perfect job. Now, if you're using black tape, I found that a puck works a lot better, but on white tape it leaves, if you don't really care how your stick looks, it leaves marks like that. And I don't really like it looks dumb in my mind. I just push it down, but trust me, do this before you, like, after you tape your stick before a game, and I can guarantee 100% this will maybe add like another 2 games or 2 practices on to your before you have to tape it again. But thanks guys. And I know my last video was like sort of a fail, but that's all you really need, right? Oh shit, I said it right again. But thanks guys. Watch, subscribe.